My name is Maurice Harker. I want to tell you about a book that I worked on conceptually for probably half a decade. I have a lot of clients who experience anxiety, overwhelm, pressure. They're exhausted. So many things coming at them from so many different directions. And as I was thinking about them, and many of them feel like I'm trying to be like Jesus. I'm trying to be good and get things done and fulfill stewardships and do everything that people want me to do. And then I look at Christ and his relaxed and uplifting and slow and extremely meaningful. How come he's not full of anxiety? How come he's not burnt out? How come he's not overwhelmed and frustrated? So I decided to just take a very simple approach to it and think, how do you be like Jesus when it comes to all the things that need to be done? So I looked a little more closely, did some research, and was looking at his 3 years of his ministry. Remember, that's 3 years. In the middle of thousands of years before and thousands of years after, he does all of his work in 3 years, and it doesn't even look like he's in a hurry. He shows up late to healing the little girl. He says, it's all good. She's not dead, she just sleepeth, and you don't understand the importance of panicking here. And then there's Lazarus, and he's 3 days late there. How does he keep his cool? How does he clear his head? So we have these 3 years, and then I did some more research to find out that his number of visits to the people is approximately 36 visits. And there's very little reason to believe that he was there more than a week every time he did this, maybe even less. So that means like 3 to 7 days he's working with the people, and 3 weeks or a little bit more he's not. My question became, what was he doing the rest of the time? And so the Christ cycle is a discussion based on the rejuvenation hypothesis of how Christ attempted to serve, experienced rejection. Most of the people didn't even take him seriously. Most people didn't even make a big deal out of his existence. A measurable number of people were like mad at him. And then he tried to help, he was rejected. Then my theory is he went through a decompression as he walked away, and he had to shake it off a bit because of his mortalness. But then he went through a very phenomenal rejuvenation process that I've written a lot about in this book. And then as he's returning, one of the most important scenes for me psychologically is when he's in the Garden of Gethsemane and he shows a flicker of humanness that many of us experience but then feel really guilty for. He had a moment of reluctance. Father, let this cup pass from me. So many people that I meet say, I'd rather not do this, I'd rather not go back to this work, I'd rather not try to help these people again or try to return to my stewardships. But instead of doing a analysis of results, a return on investment calculation, what are the chances my efforts are going to make a difference, he really anchored himself into his identity. I'm the Christ, his purpose, his mission. As he pondered that, it infused him with a layer of energy to now return and start the Christ cycle again of trying to be of service, even if people did not appreciate or respect it. So I invite you to read the details of the Christ cycle, and hopefully it'll help decrease your anxiety, your overwhelm, your sense of pressure, because to be like Jesus does not mean you experience anxiety. I hope it helps.